Hey guys, welcome back to D&D with Filthy and Friends. Joined today by the normal crew and then a few others. These are part of our intermission episodes, I guess, between the last season and the start of the next full season. We're doing a couple one-offs just to get back into the swing of things, check out some new players, things like that. So today we are being DM'd by Geogie. You want to wave?
Whoa.
Hey. And we're joined by BillyKirby. And then, of course,
Oh,
hey. And then, of course, the usual JoINrbs,
hey.
DolphinChemist, and FilthyRobot. Here we are, each giving our unique grunt to affirm that we are here indeed for these episodes. We did record 4 episodes last week. I recorded 2 of them without my sound, but everyone else's sound, and 2 of them with all the stuff. I'm undecided yet if I'll release them. The answer is probably not. Mostly just to spite the rest of the viewers here, the rest of the contributors here. But we are midway through a campaign at the moment, a one-off, which I guess is actually a 2-off for this.
I think it's a 3-off.
All right,
7 more offs.
We're 2/3 of the way. We're 1/3 of the way right now, starting through a 3-part 12-hour series, I guess is what that really boils down to, of which we will only release the last 8 hours for marketing purposes. So
Conditional on them working.
yes, conditional on me recording all of these correctly. So here we are. We're doing these things. I guess quick recap of where we are. We are in a cave across a lake from a town. This cave purportedly has ghosts, but so far we've just found mushroom people. We've killed them. I wouldn't say promptly or effectively, but we've managed to do that. And we are alive. We are a group of 4 very powerful adventurers. I think we should probably do intros for the 3rd time. I've recorded it twice, but not released them. So this is giving you guys a chance to really get that intro down packed. So do you want to start, Jorbs?
I play the Inspector Dolver, hot on the trail of mysterious diamond thief Jacques Orblong. You would have noticed from the earlier episodes, which you didn't get to watch, that Jacques Orblong appears possibly not to even exist at all, or certainly isn't anywhere near here. But my inspector is hot on his trail. I'm a level 5 paladin. Nothing too special about my paladin build. And,
Dex-based, right?
yeah, I don't know. Well, okay, it isn't min-maxed very well. I have +2 dex on my paladin in order to get +4 charisma and +3 con.
Okay.
And don't have strength, yeah.
Yeah, so a little bit
Might
different.
as well be dex-based.
Yeah. It's certainly based on something. So, Dolphin, where are you today? Who are you playing?
My character is named Grilt. That's Grilt. He's named after the sound his father made right after he was born, as well as the sound his mother made right after he was born.
So not a reference to Bear Grylls, which is what I've been thinking all along.
No, just really from more of a grunting culture. He's a man that appreciates the finer things in life, like good berries and hemp rope. He's picked up a lot of survival tricks from small animals, mostly parasites that he's encountered in the woods and tall grasses. And he's a ranger who knows how to get through.
That's excellent. What about you, Billy?
I am playing Fantilipin, who is a bard, who is extremely, he's a compulsive liar, and he loves to boast about things that he never did. And regardless of whether the previous part of the adventure ever gets released, everything that Fantilipin did was basically perfect, and he definitely deserves bonus experience and whatever kind of extra stuff that he can get, because he pretty much crushed it.
Yeah,
Like,
extra
did
level.
way better. Also, I did cheat to get up to 20 charisma, so that was good.
But that's actually just next level roleplay, really.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Blatant cheating, and
He's
just
better than
another
everyone else.
perfect example of how we're just absolutely crushing it. As
Yeah,
Fantilipin.
that's min-maxing in a way I've never even seen. I was actually quite impressed with that.
Thanks.
They said it couldn't be done, but yet here we are.
Mm-hmm.
The book even said it couldn't be done.
That's right. That's right. And I'm playing Grandpa Filthy, an old wizard who is very cranky and slowly losing his mind, has memory issues, and basically interpersonal issues, really.
Safe to say you're stepping out of your comfort zone with this character.
Well, I mean, I've been sick, so I can't hear out of one ear. So I just thought it just naturally lent itself to this campaign. I thought.
Sure.
Yeah. So here we are, and we're in a cave. What's going on, Geogie? What are we doing?
Well, just as sort of a refresher, last session we were in this cave, and you traveled through a room with a bridge and a pit. Someone fell out trying to do some
Are
acrobatics
we
tricks.
on the right page? I'm not on the right page. Are we on the right page?
No. Whoops. I'm on the right page because I was editing it.
That's
There we
exciting.
go. You're on the page. You're in the cave. Sorry. Yes. Then you spent quite a while trying to battle some cave fishers, which tried to pull you up into the ceiling and successfully did for one of you, but you managed to kill them. And then you
Were
entered
we
this room that was full of
battling them so
mushrooms.
much as just coexisting with them? Yeah, I don't really feel like it
Embracing
was
the
a
cave
battle.
fishers.
Yeah.
You're a bit of an annoyance. Then you came upon this room full of mushroom creatures and promptly killed most of them. I think you killed all of them, actually. I don't know why I said that. There are not mushroom people hiding, don't worry. And yeah, that's where we begin.
Quick question: how is the environment? Or is is it slick? Is it moist at all? Is it dank? Is there any slime around maybe?
There's definitely slime around where the mushrooms would be,
Okay.
but it's not like you're just wallowing in slime. The
Cool.
ground is fairly, regular
Okay.
cave dirt.
Before pretty much anything else happens, this is right after the fight. I'm gonna go over to this corner. Do you see where my character is?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go all the way back in this corner. Is there anything there that I need to worry about?
There's some mushrooms and slime.
Okay. I'm just gonna start throwing up, just terribly.
great.
And this just kind of happens this time of day. It's hard to tell if it's from the good berry addiction, or from me
Could
being
be
bitten
morning sickness.
It could be from me being bitten in the chest. It could be morning sickness, also from the spider. That could be a concern. I know how this works. When I'm back there throwing up, I actually check to see if I have any eggs. It's not the first time.
Learned
then,
a lot from parasites, he said.
And then I come back out and I said, yeah, I'm done with the slime corner. If anybody else needs to use it, go ahead.
At that, I kind of look at you a little worried, and then I cast Mage Armor upon myself.
There you go.
Okay.
Nothing too out of the usual.
It reminds me of an important reminder that Dolphin and Steve's characters are both technically married.
Oh, right.
to each
Yes.
other.
We forgot about that. The
Yeah,
Legally,
That's gonna make you the
technically,
daddy.
The whole morning sickness thing reminded me.
Yes. Blessed by the dolphin god, a union most holy.
Yeah, the inspector really doesn't like extramarital or just anything outside of marriage, really. It's not even extramarital. It's just non-marital affairs of any sort.
You're gonna need to raise the youngin' or youngins. I'm not the stay-at-home type.
Probably
We have
rude.
infrastructure for that.
What's going on in the cave?
We knew that these mushrooms were all tremendously larger. So I do some detect magic on the mushrooms, see if there's any kind of magical thing that's making that thing happen.
You can do that. I think it's a ritual, right? So you can just spend 10 minutes casting
Alright.
that.
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
Unless
and
you
do
wanted to do it for free and use a spell slot. I don't know.
Nah, just take my time, get the job done.
I turn to him and I say, Vent Tropical Pool Boy, what do you see with your magic there?
Well, although I don't think that I could play these mushrooms as an instrument, there could be some important magical properties that we could make into an instrument. Could be very important.
What are you going on about, Funt?
It's actually fentillipentropic, as I've said before, and these mushrooms seem to be quite large, much larger than any I've ever seen.
Fantilla.
Font Tulip has a point. Keep looking.
Funt.
Funt! His name is Funt.
I don't even know why I bother anymore.
Does the DM have anything to say about the mushrooms in terms of...
You know? Go ahead,
Yeah.
Geogie.
Okay. the mushrooms themselves are not magical. These were things that were analyzed with the nature check before. They're just sort of very large mushrooms that sometimes are found in the Underdark and not generally in normal caves. Just looking around you, though, the corpses of these mushroom creatures that you've killed before do sort of give off a slight radiating of transmutation magic.
5 minutes into his ritual, I cast Mage Hand and use it to slap him in the face and say, "It's time to go, Funt! We don't have forever here!"
I completely lose all concentration and completely forget anything that I had maybe sensed about this spider being magically increased or anything like that.
I need to continue looking for the tracks of Orblong and his gang of thieves.
Mm-hmm.
I mutter to myself, "You don't just mage slap a man."
You do. You just saw it happen.
The rules are different when you're my age.
With an investigation like that, you can probably notice the same sort of footprints that were coming into this room have now diverged a bit into the south and the north. Nothing super special aside from that, though.
Orblong has been here twice.
We going north or south? I bet there's treasure north. The metagamer tells me there's something there.
Which tracks look more fresh?
With
We can just flip a coin if they're.
Can't tell.
As you're like looking around, you didn't like I didn't notice at all. I just kind of stumble across them and like just start like wandering around aimlessly. So now there's like the tracks going north south and there's like a kind of circular like kind of wandery pattern across it.
Orblong has gone in a circle around his own tracks.
Yes. The Grandpa Filthy tracks have only 7 toes though, so it's fairly easy.
Didn't need the last 3, had him removed.
Yes, I'm sure they were really slowing you down.
Weak ones, those.
The top tracks look more fresh.
I agree. Let's get moving. It's hard to tell even how we came in here. Got all turned around.
All right, well, I suppose we should go investigate a little bit further. Who knows what could be ahead? It could be a mighty treasure or even a murder.
Always.
This is how I got caught by a cave fisher. Was like, oh no, I wasn't ahead. I actually got caught behind.
In character, I'm like super entertained by Fentilip. Like I'm super like amused is the best way to put it. It's just like all of his jokes elicit like at least a minor grunt of approval from me. Not approval, but just like enjoyment.
And that is definitely just continuing to encourage me. Absolutely.
Might have to be a new wedding here, Inspector.
Oh God.
You up front?
Do you want to marry him? We can. We can take a moment.
Not me. I think he's found a new.
Can we all? Can we all be married together? Or is that?
I think the spell specifies 2.
Oh, only 2. Okay.
Reveal this whole room. No, you technically can't see.
Wait, it says you touch adult humanoids willing to be bonded together in marriage.
Ooh.
That's all it says.
Technically doesn't say that they have to not be married. I mean,
yes.
It's up to Inspector. It's up to Inspector Gilbert whether or not he believes in polyamory.
It would make perfect sense that the Dolphin God wanted people to be married to as many other people.
Yeah,
as
that's
possible.
fine. Dolphin God would be totally fun with that.
That's cool.
That's just efficiency, right there.
I think I'll rule it as you can do that, but the benefit won't stack, so you can't just have however many combinations weddings there is amongst you all, and then all. Yeah, you can't all get a +6 to AC. I'm sorry.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know if that was deliberate.
Is
Well, we
it
can.
1 to 5 dead efficiency?
Yeah. That's really funny to the viewers.
That's hilarious
who
if they
didn't see
release the
last
first
week.
2 episodes or first 4 episodes. Yeah.
All of the stuff you've heard so far that hasn't seemed funny has been a callback to a funny joke from last week.
Yeah, I may release 22% of this one as well,
Yeah.
but not all of it.
There was a fish in a lake in the first episode. That was pretty funny.
A fishing lake.
Hey.
But yes, sorry, I will explain what you see before you. This is as you walk up this place, the cavern sort of slopes up a bit as you travel through it, and opens up into this room, which doesn't seem to have any exits other than the one you came in. Before you see 3 of these large fungus-like orb things that you saw a deceased version of back in the ravine from the last session.
And the colors imply they are alive. Do they pulsate?
Yeah, they look more alive. They aren't moving or anything, but they're alive.
These ones look a bit fresher than the other ones.
Nothing gets by you.
A master of perception.
I'm just gonna go over and start. I'm gonna kind of wipe my finger on it just to get a sense of the freshness. Kind of poke it a little bit, just to
Yeah, it's a little bit slimy.
Okay.
The top of it sort of has this like, I don't really know the right word for it, but there's just sort of a little film over the top of this rigid hole in the middle of it, which could probably be like stretched out or whatever by the fungus if it wanted to open up or trap something, and it is currently closed.
Got it. I still have my torch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take my knife. Just go ahead and cut off part of it. And
All right.
I'm going to rig a small setup to start drawing off part of the mushroom.
To start drawing off.
Drying off.
Drying.
Drying.
Yeah.
So you're gonna eat it.
Well, you can do it. Hey, you can do a lot more with the dry mushroom than you can do with the wet mushroom.
Not true.
Yeah, you can take some efforts to dry out this mushroom. Sure.
Okay, I'm just cooking out a little mushroom piece.
So he like cut a chunk of it off. Is it like a hole in it now? There, where you cut it off, or is it not? Is it like way thicker than that?
I don't know how big he was aiming to go for.
I got a couple pounds of that sucker off.
Okay.
Not bringing out my knife for a couple grams. You know what I'm saying, Buckaroo?
Okay. A couple of grams is much different from a couple of pounds.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, if I'm bringing out the knife, getting some pounds, getting a slab,
Okay.
getting a slab of shroom.
Yeah, if
Can
you
use
wanted
ounces as the
to,
comparison?
you could definitely cut a hole like through it in the side.
Well, now we
I
know
don't know if
that.
that's what you were intending.
Well, I was just saying. I was gonna see if he did cut a large enough piece off. Could we see inside of it?
Yeah, you probably could. It's
Alright.
several inches thick, but he was getting.
Yeah,
pounds of
help
mushroom.
yourself. I'm not gonna take all of it. I'm not a pack mule.
Ah, there could be some fancy things inside. Maybe we should take a closer look. Could even be a book.
I think you're right, Funt. You should
Is that your
definitely
pleased
investigate.
grunt? Is that your pleased grunt?
That's my please, grunt. Are you gonna
Go
do
ahead,
it?
Funt. Myself and Grint have marital business to attend.
Give it a try over there, fentanyl.
I can't remember if I have a dagger. I mean, I should. Yeah, I
You
do.
you can borrow mine.
Oh, I think that's quite all right. It's like really gotta be super gross and sticky. Like, I'll use my own. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you might find a
you've got a
couple
dagger.
pieces of
Got it
grilled
right
up
here.
there.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, yeah.
You can cut
I'll
things
go
up.
ahead and kind of start slicing into it, try and see if I can not delve inside, but peer inside.
Enter. The
Yeah,
mushroom.
no, I don't want to go in there.
No, you're
Nice,
fine.
nasty.
Yeah, as you first break a bit of a hole into there, you're a human.
Yes.
I don't know if you have light shining in there, but there's a campfire nearby, so sure. Yeah, those
Okay, good.
I mean, Grilt was holding a torch.
I can light a torch too. Just shove
Yeah,
one in
no,
there.
this is
fine.
perfect.
just-
It makes it's.
But yeah, sort of with the light of the campfire flickering over there, you can kind of see the inside of this thing. It's sort of a big, round orb, I guess, on the inside. And you think that something is laying down on the bottom, sort of humanoid in shape.
I think I see someone inside.
Can't really make out any details, but Yes.
They're probably dead, right?
Don't interrupt him. The second part is still coming.
It could be Oblong. It could be that guy he was searching for. What was his name? Oblong or something?
That doesn't rhyme. I am, however, curious.
Yes, that is true. I suppose my rhyming has really... I have nothing. I've got nothing. I'm losing everything that I have!
Did you at one point have something?
The dark takes much from all of us. Turn to the dolphin god. He will guide you.
I think it's just the loot. I'm just gonna switch loots. I'll put my loot in my bag and pull out an identical loot.
Perhaps a husband would help. Grandpa Filthy, come over here.
No.
I don't know if I need any more baggage, especially one that entails with marriage. Although with all of that grunting, it maybe should be time that we got.
As he's talking,
something.
I walk up behind him and with my foot push him into the mushroom.
Oh my god!
Tell us what's in there, Funt.
Yes, what do you see in there?
It's so gross and sticky.
I mean, he didn't cut very big of a hole, but I'm gonna say that like you get shoved in and your face just squishes against the hole that you made. And you can see
Look,
through. And there's
If
definitely
he doesn't fit immediately, we can just throw him in the top. I'm right
This
there.
is true. This is true. You can.
Okay.
But yeah, you definitely see a
Grilt, he's stuck.
I know.
Give him a hand.
Yeah, I can give him 2, and I'll walk over and I'll use my strength because I'm a boss.
Yep, let's pick him up and throw him in the top.
Okay.
Oh no!
That was a save, but that's fine. Yeah, you definitely just shove him like this mushroom. It's alive. So it's sort of a bit stretchy, and you just shove him, and the mushroom stretches out this hole, and he just plops sort of his head in, and now it's just sitting around his neck. And as your head pops through here, and especially now, you can see in here there is sort of a older looking, sort of middle-aged man in a long robe laying down at the bottom of this mushroom below you.
I assume that because my head is just stuck in here, they probably can't hear anything, but I'll definitely start describing exactly
guess
what I'm seeing.
Technically, you
We
probably
cannot
be
hear
able to
anything.
see
Yeah,
you're
I
saying.
can.
I,
Yeah,
by the way,
I
I'm
interpret the
pushing you all
twitching
the
of
way.
his feet as him trying to communicate.
Yeah, I'm pushing him all
I'm
the
gonna
way.
pantomime,
There's no
like,
question here.
I'm gonna pantomime, like, with my body inside of it. I'm gonna, like, use my hands to be like, there's a person
We
thing.
don't want to harm the native light
As
here.
as a master of sign language, I immediately respond in kind with my own.
I just push him further in.
Alright, I'll just reveal this token onto the token layer, even though you can't see the person's face, but yeah. It's a dude.
Oh my god.
Is he unconscious smoking a pipe?
That's dangerous.
In the art that I have of him.
Hmm.
But technically it's a cigar. But he's unconscious, sort of face down.
Yeah, smoking while you fall asleep is safer than people make it sound.
Here, I'll move him.
It's really not.
Jorbs is like, this might get uploaded. Let me put a quick flavor
Oh,
on
there's
it.
no chance of that.
Kids don't smoke while you're asleep, please.
Let's put a hard stop on that one.
That was the point that broke it for you? Everything
The,
up till
the
now has
part where
been fine,
we're
but that was...
encouraging smoking while falling asleep? Yeah!
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You sleep in a rubber tub like I do. It tends to just fix itself out. Worst case scenario, scar too, but chicks dig scars. Disclaimer.
Honestly, I would say that the first episode was quite honestly just setting a good example of what not to do. For if someone comes up to you and they tell you that they want to marry you and some stranger, then just say no.
Can we see inside now?
Sadly,
Now
we'll
that
never see that.
Mr. Tropic is inside, can we?
Yeah. How far through is Ventriloquistropic?
With enough time, you can probably get him through.
All right.
Simply just pushing him through is a lot less effective than cutting a hole open for him.
Nevertheless, that
But
is how we do
it
it.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, nevertheless. Oh, hold
Because
on.
that is what you're doing.
We're committed now.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll
One-
definitely squish
One
him through. If he is
agonizing inch
inside
at a
this thing.
time.
Oh God, it's so gross. There's
It's
someone
very
in here.
slimy and very dark.
Is it poisonous?
I don't know. Here,
Taste
look.
it. You can always tell by the taste.
There's a corpse in here. I'm gonna start trying to drag the corpse towards the hole that they pushed me through.
All right. Yeah.
Look, I found someone inside. He doesn't look very alive.
Ah! And I'll step forward when he rhymes to give him a hand. Otherwise, I was just kind of getting distracted and looking around the cave to see if there was any good slime. I'll go ahead and kind of move up, widen the hole, maybe grab a hold of him to pull him out.
All right.
Kind of like a little
Trained-
chain.
You're
Oh,
trained in
jeez.
medicine, so as soon as you are grabbing him and pulling at him, you can definitely feel a pulse when you touch a certain part of him. I guess his wrist or something.
Good God, I think he's alive.
And he starts being pulled out flopped onto the ground.
I am surprised that he managed to survive.
He's very covered in slime after you have
I
pulled him
hope you're
through.
paying attention.
That was a
Grilt.
good effort.
You'll be doing this soon.
I pop out a good berry to
Alright.
give him.
Is the hole big
put him
enough where I
inside?
can actually vaguely get out?
No.
You can see us, but you're kind of just in the hole.
Yeah.
There's not really enough room to get in, but you can still participate.
Yeah.
Patience,
hole is,
Funt. The
just
care
like
of this
up to
man
2
comes
inches in
first.
diameter, honestly, you've just been stretching this mushroom extremely.
But does it
to get
heal?
yourself-
Does the hole shrink over time?
It doesn't shrink over time. It shrinks back to where you cut it after being stretched. But
Oh, I see. Okay.
How do
So
I
it
click
shrinks
on
a
lay
little
on
bit.
hands? There you go.
the mushroom does
I
not
would
start
like
growing back to seal you in
I would
this
like
thing, no.
to lay on hands this person for...
Okay.
Oh. I'll give him 6. I want to give him 1 point to get him to 1 HP and 5 points to cure diseases on him.
Oh, okay. You'll have 1 hit point then. Yeah.
I'm simultaneously going to take out a single good berry, and I'm going to chew it 2 or 3 times, then spit it out, and then put it in the guy's mouth.
Can we
I
just
I
can,
knew you had strong maternal instincts.
can we just do that slightly differently? Could we do the cure disease after that?
Alas, it's too late.
Yeah, it's fine if he's kind of waking up as that happens,
It's looking
too.
quite absurd. I think Grilt is acting like a mother bird.
Quickly, Grint, we must get this man to town. Grandpa Filthy, watch over Funt while we are gone.
Absolutely.
I, at this notion, start immediately dragging this dude.
Hey, well, as you're dragging him,
By one leg.
how are you dragging him? By the legs or by his arms? Sort of,
Whatever's there.
All right.
I got
Great,
18 strength. We'll make it work.
Yep. All right. He does definitely start to wake up, like almost as soon as you put this healing magic into him, and then you start dragging him off, and he starts sort of like as any old man who has just woken up inside of a mushroom would go, starts thrashing around slightly and
Save your
looking around him.
strength. You'll need it.
What's going on?
Sir, he's awake. Sir, Sir!
We're getting you back to town there.
sir, please tell me, are you married?
What? Of course I'm married.
Alas, we have no use for him.
Back in the mushroom?
Sir, what are you doing here? Why were you in a mushroom?
Oh, I hate mushrooms. I don't remember. I was out. When was that? Wednesday. Wednesday. Was in the travel along the road. Goddamn mushrooms.
Grint, it's your father.
Goddamn mushrooms!
Just out
And
there,
as he
like,
says that,
just
I pick him
cursing
and keep
mushrooms.
dragging.
Provided that his hands aren't free, he'll reach into his pocket and take out a cigar.
I'm going to use Unseen Servant to begin putting things in the
That's
hole
fair.
of the mushroom to try to fill it in.
No, please, God.
In 10 minutes. In 10. It's
Yeah,
a
I
ritual,
begin.
right?
Yeah, I begin casting it.
I'm gonna
Sure.
start cutting my way out with my dagger.
Hopefully,
Yeah,
the
you
Unseen Servant can repair it roughly as quickly as he can damage it with the.
Well, he's got a 10-minute head start,
That's true.
so I
You're
think-
very lucky, old man. We happen to be passing by with one of the most resourceful bards the world has ever seen. Have you heard of Funt? Look,
Who?
there he is. Even now, struggling against the mushroom avocado thing that he rescued you from.
Think of wonder.
Yes, it was really quite impressive. Now, if someone would just help me out of this thing. I'm just like stepping out, and it's just like gross, just grossness, just terrible. I'll use my loot to like prop the hole of the thing open as I like try to step through.
yeah, you can get out of this
All right.
for sure. Definitely within the 10 minutes that it takes for Filthy to start closing you back into it.
Well, one down, Funt. 2 to go.
I'm gonna,
Oh, the other
yeah.
mushrooms. I was so confused.
Yes, yes. Oh, thank you for trying to help me out of there. I'm sure your servant would have been mighty helpful.
I can only imagine the impact he would have had.
So what are you guys doing here? In some kind of cave? Mushrooms? God, I hate mushrooms.
It's funny that you ask. I am on the tracks of a notorious diamond thief. I dare not name him at this time in case you are one of his crew. You don't happen to be a follower of a diamond thief.
Can't say I am, no.
Exactly what a follower of a diamond thief would say.
I'm gonna take the mushroom off the fire.
It
I'm
is
also
properly
gonna
dry
cut
now.
I'm gonna cut off a cigar, kind of like shaped, like length part of it. I'm just gonna start smoking that.
All right.
Hi, Bernie.
I'll take him on a walk after this session.
It's
This is my animal companion right here. His name's Burnt. I'm Grill. This is Burnt.
Has he told us what his name is yet?
it's named after the property of the mushroom he's eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really it's not really the consistency of the cigar. It's just sort of a mushroom. It sort of has a mushroomy taste when you smoke it.
Okay. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, if it has any effects, you can let me know. But I'm just.
No, not really.
Okay.
Not yet. He feels like slightly drowsy, maybe.
That's good.
It's not gonna do anything super negative, though.
Can we
Relaxing
confirm that it won't do anything
smoke.
super negative?
For now, it won't.
Do I know roughly the amount of consumption of this mushroom he'd need before it did something negative?
Yeah, the slime of this mushroom, when you're in contact with it for a very long time, will have sort of sleep affecting effects.
And to be
Was
clear,
that way of
Funt
phrasing
is
it.
covered in that slime, right?
Currently, yeah.
Yeah.
As is this guy, but you've healed him and brought him back from unconscious.
Has he told us his name yet?
He's not. Nobody has asked.
I command my unseen servant to begin scraping the slime off of the guy we've rescued.
What's that?
What does your unseen servant look like?
He's unseen.
It's unseen.
What does he
That's what it does.
feel
Was that an
like?
actual question? I'm
Sorry, what does he feel like? Oh, you mean like what is this guy experiencing right now?
What shape?
Kind of
does
like
it
Yeah.
take?
really
Yes.
like he just feels hands on him, like really inappropriately, like just like full frisking as it like pulls the slime off by putting a hand on either side of his leg and sliding down. It feels basically like he's being sexually accosted
like
right now.
like TSA?
Yeah, it's like you're on.
Is there like a 5-second pause for his consent before it goes for the genitals?
Oh, it doesn't ask. It just goes.
Does just immediate. All right.
Yeah, it knows it needs to get that off as
Oh,
soon as
God.
possible.
He sort of like looks at all of you and then notices that, like, he sort of yells, "Get your hands off me, boy!" And then he looks between everybody and notices that nobody's actually touching him, and he just like sort of hunches over more and takes a puff from his cigar.
I know this must not feel the best, but I can assure you, you're not being molested.
You don't really get
It's
rhyming,
your doing,
do
boy.
you?
Perhaps we should have waited until the end of classes to slaughter the rest of the bards and rescue Funt.
Alright, so he's clear of slime.
Mm-hmm.
Has Funt fallen asleep yet?
No. You don't
Uh,
even really feel that drowsy. It's only been a couple of minutes.
I mentally command the unseen servant to begin bringing slime from the mushroom and applying it to Funt.
Note that
I am
Grandpa
not-
Filthy has not actually told anybody that this makes him asleep.
I just like see this, this floating pile of slime walking towards me, and I'll slowly walk away.
But it just like it doesn't run either. It doesn't move quickly.
No,
It
it
just slowly walks after you.
Just Michael Myers, just really just walking.
Oh my god.
Grint,
If only I had the power, I surely would summon a shower.
watching all of this. I'm just entranced, if nothing else.
Grint, as you know, I am one of the foremost investigators in this land, but I admit that I was never the most charismatic, never the best with people. Perhaps you could interrogate this man.
Okay, can do, hombre.
Now listen here, son. I don't know what you're interrogating me for. I don't know where I am.
Now, looky here, you remind me a lot of myself. So I'm gonna be a straight shooter, because I know I like straight shooters. That means you're gonna like a straight shooter. So I'm gonna tell you right now, how'd you end up in a big shroom? We've all been there before. Go to sleep on a Wednesday, wake up on a Saturday, all of a sudden you're inside of a giant shroom. I'm just asking for the story.
Maybe.
Well,
we
as
should
I
ask-
said before, it was a Wednesday. I was walking down the, what do you call it?
Street.
Roads. Just walking past a few towns. Oh, now I can remember. Mushrooms. There were mushrooms. Mushrooms on the road.
This story is full of
Man.
holes.
Dragged me in a cave. I don't know if they dragged me in a cave. Maybe they dragged me into a building, and then they dragged me into a cave once I was in the building. I was asleep. And there was some slime, and I haven't woken up since.
I'm gonna look for a cave.
Yeah, this guy's story adds up. I've seen caves before, I've seen buildings before, and I think I've seen some mushrooms before.
Not so fast.
Oh.
Grint. If you look behind you, you will see that I am now sitting on a chair with my hat, smoking a cigar. I have my legs crossed and my boots. I'm like slowly picking dirt from the bottom of my boots.
Have you have
How did you know that it was Wednesday when you were captured, sir?
He like takes out a little notebook from his bag. Well, I always write down the days. Never know when you're gonna come into a town and suddenly it's a Sunday.
I knew it. Hand over the notebook, fiend. I am sure it contains all sorts of clues on Jack Orblan's
No, I ain't giving you
location.
my notebook, son.
Ah, you are mistaken.
Have I spotted
I
a
can't
cave
move
fisher?
though. I look really good. Like I'm just gonna stay here.
Yeah. I go to grab the notebook from him.
I can assure you,
Um,
sir, we do not mean you any blame, but if only you could tell us your name.
As you
If
stop
I
to
see
say
that he's going
Nancy
to,
servant
like-
catches up and just slimes you. And then they continue.
No!
Roll me a dex to contest with him for picking up his book. Oh, this is gonna go great.
Oh, if I see him, if I see Fentilibentrophic trying to be charismatic, I'll stop trying to take it.
Okay.
Geogie,
Is this like
my name,
Nickelodeon?
boy?
Is this like
What's that?
Nickelodeon slimed?
Yeah.
Is that what's going on right now? Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, it's more like handfuls. I don't think he has like a bucket or anything. It's very inefficient, the unseen
Yeah.
servant.
You've
It's just like
seen
2
these-
bits of slime, like large
Yeah.
like handfuls have just been applied to him.
He's been making the rounds back and forth of this thing, which has a 15-foot speed.
Slime!
So it's very slow, and it just, two
Truly
handfuls of slime,
grimy.
which are overflowing. Just sort of,
I
you
would-
see a big blob of slime, which is dripping off the edges.
Surely I would
I'm
never
sorry,
give you
I'm
any
sorry.
thanks for all of these kinds of pranks.
Uh,
I'm sure the servant moves faster now.
It starts dashing on its turn.
Geogie, can I see any
Mhm.
cave fishers with a 13 perception?
Nope.
Okay. I
There's
keep
no
looking.
no things that you would pertain as an enemy aside from what you can see already.
I
and what
don't
you
need an
think of
enemy
those
so much.
people,
I need
it's
a
up to you.
body disposal.
There are 3 large mushrooms nearby, but there is not a cave fisher.
Thank you.
I do appreciate, by the way, that you're slowly getting closer and closer to killing off this person, which will leave this party. But anyways, yeah, you're running away from slime.
I am. That's what I'm doing. I'm just moving.
What's our progress on getting the book?
Grult stopped trying to get it because Fant was trying to be charismatic, and then
Yeah, it
Fant
was-
started running around in circles with slime on him.
Well, I asked him what his name was, though.
Yeah, and he said,
Oh, sorry.
"Oh, you want to know my name, boy?" And then you started running around in circles.
I'm going to walk over to him. I'm going to slap him across the face. I'm going to say, "The law is not mocked," and I'm going to take his book.
All right. Yeah, he'll get caught off guard by you slapping him in the face. You can take his book. Now, what
I'm
are you
going
think
to-
you're doing?
Skim it hastily for diamonds, Jacques Orblanc, any diagrams of museum layouts.
No, neither of those 2 things are really in it. There's sort of a sketch at one point of perhaps a cabin that he was trying to build himself.
Aha!
But most of it is just like a long list of all the days of the week in order. And like various times with like really hard to read writing underneath it, like maybe someone's name with a time next to it. Maybe keeping track of meetings and things. It just seems to be a fairly ordinary book to the average
What is
person.
it that you do, boy?
You calling me boy? Looks like I got a few years on you, but I'm a constructor, you see. I build houses for myself, my wife.
That's
Maybe our
not
children
called a
someday.
constructor.
I
You're
don't-
making that up.
I construct things. Something wrong with that?
You build homes for the newlywed.
For me?
I apologize, sir. The dolphin god blesses you. We must get you out of this cave and back to work.
Well, it's been certainly a strange day so far.
yeah, when he says get him back to work, I just start dragging him again.
I start.
He is currently standing up now, too.
I start to use the unseen servant to try to herd Funt closer and closer to the southern mushroom.
God damn it! I'm having none of that.
It's probably a dex
Although
save.
going inside of these mushrooms does not provide me any pleasure, there could indeed be some treasure.
I'm gonna start dragging towards it. I'm gonna trying to get in the way between the slime and Fentilip and Tropic.
Drag me, boy. I got legs.
I'm still dragging him because I'm on a mission right now, and I'm gonna get in between the slime. I'm gonna let it collide with me, and I'm just gonna kind of like sternly turn towards Fentilip and Tropic and say, "Ah, you're wasting perfectly good slime," and then just continue about my way. I'll as soon as I notice and get my slime, I'm gonna drop him because I'll have noticed him complaining about me dragging him.
Right. I can walk back on my own. I see plenty of caves. He'll start.
Can he?
This way. He says so.
I'm gonna insight that.
He's gonna pause the moment that he gets to about here. Y'all got lights.
It's a right turn ahead, and then left later.
When he says, "Do you have lights?" I'm gonna go ahead and slice off a small section of the hemp rope and offer it to him.
All right.
Do I feel anything weird going on with the slime on me at this point, since it's been on me for a bit?
Yeah, it's been on you for maybe like 20 minutes or something. Makes you feel slightly tingly in the areas that it's on you, which is pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna be trying to scrape some of that stuff off at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of just getting it off
full,
me as much as I can.
Scrape.
Yeah, it's full scrape down. Is it like bad enough where you gotta like cut it off or anything, or is it?
No, it's just like slime. It's like, yeah, it's very sticky, so it doesn't want to just run off of you like water would. But
cool. Yeah, I'm gonna be scraping that shenanigans off of there.
yeah, after nobody really giving him any sort of thing, he's gonna light his cigar and walk off with the very like dim light guiding him. And he's gonna like stick it close to the wall.
Do we still have his
Follow
book?
directions. Yeah, he seems to
Good.
not care as much about that.
I'm going to pore over it, looking for code and secret references.
Mm-hmm. You don't see much. It's mostly just personal notes.
Excellent work so far, Funt. Get started on the next one.
Well, what about that man? I'm not sure if we should sit here and wallow. Maybe we should take follow. I start like kind of moving this
There
direction.
could be other people in need of help inside the mushrooms.
Let him go.
Maybe he'll find a friend. Rhymes with Dave Pisher.
Oh, he sounds like a very awesome fellow.
Not in my experience.
Maybe we could make a band. It depends on if his voice could bellow. If he was a good fellow.
It's very delayed.
We need to know what's in these other mushrooms. Come do your job.
His job is the mushroom explorer.
I feel like the slime has got some weird fumes that are all coming around from these mushrooms.
I hope it takes his voice.
He does perfectly love the sign language. It's a good point.
I will slice open this northern mushroom to help Funt expedite his process.
Yeah, but you
Right.
cut the hole exactly the same size as the other one. No bigger, no larger. No smaller, no bigger. 'Cause it's been
I'm
so
not going
effective.
anywhere near that hole.
We know exactly how large it needs to be, and I see no reason for us to do any more work. Funt, I have prepared it for you.
Yes, I think I'm all set. I'm not entirely certain I want to delve inside. I kind of do value my life.
I'll look through
why.
the hole with my eyes. Can I look inside? I have dark vision.
Yeah, you can look inside if you want. Similarly to the other other mushroom, there is another person in here, a elf with sort of leathery armor, like that.
I think we should discuss whether or not we let this one out. Ask for books first, baby.
Hello, you there? Do you hear me?
I'm right
don't get
here.
any
You
response.
don't have to yell.
You do have to yell, and also I wasn't talking to you.
I haven't heard any cries, but perhaps there is somebody inside. Now I'll inch a little bit closer.
Yes. Look. Look. Come very close here and look inside.
I am absolutely going to fall for that.
At about that moment, the unseen servant catches up again and gives you an extra little shove.
Yes, and I take part as
Covered
well.
in slime.
Yep.
That's our Funt, always head first toward the problem.
But I've learned
God.
this time. I immediately order it to start sealing the hole.
So this is after you've shoved him all the way inside?
Yeah, so he's kind of gone in. He's
Right.
fallen for the same thing again. Both the inspector and the unseen servant have helped shove him in. And then as soon as he's in, the unseen servant begins like smearing stuff onto the hole and like trying to pack stuff in there, like dirt and like mud and stuff.
Right. I think Dolphin said something about the part. This would be an excellent spot.
Cut the part. Yeah, I agree. It's been an hour.
Just to
All right,
catch up.
part one. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back in just a moment. See you shortly.